Earlier this week, I was facilitating a career readiness workshop for one of the technical schools in Silicon Valley, and we were talking about the importance of LinkedIn. And there was this woman in the back of the room, and she asked a question about her LinkedIn profile. And rather than me walking back to her seat, I had her come up forward. I wanted to just bring up her profile on my computer to see what she was talking about. And when I brought it up, before she could even ask her question, I asked her why she was hiding her last name. She had her first name and then she had her last initial, period. And when I asked her this, you know what her response was? Huh? She had no idea that I could not see her last name. She had no idea. And for her, when she looked at her profile, it was perfectly fine. Probably about 20 minutes later, same subject, we're talking about LinkedIn profile, and I'm going through and I'm bringing up a couple of the individuals in the room, their LinkedIn accounts, and I had it on a screen, and I come up with this one gentleman, and he doesn't have a photo. And I ask him, I say, so how come you don't have a photo up? And he says, Bill, I do. And he turned his laptop around, and there was his photo. He had no idea why I wasn't seeing his photo. And this is something I want to talk about today in today's video because I think it's extremely important, as I have had this happen on many occasions where I'm sitting right next to a client and I will bring up their LinkedIn profile on my computer and they cannot believe what I am seeing because it's not the way they put it together. And there's some settings that I think you need to be aware of. So this is what I would call a fake LinkedIn account. I mean, it's real. You can actually see it out there on LinkedIn, but it's one that I don't use except for showing examples. And so I've had this up. I want to show something here that I think is important. This LinkedIn account, it's under Bill Benoist. You see Bill Benoist there, my full name, and you see my profile photo. Now what I want to do is I want to go to my real LinkedIn account, and I'm just going to bring up another tab right here. I'm going to type in LinkedIn. Oops, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to sign off, I think, with that. And now I can sign into my LinkedIn, and boom, you see I have a different profile photo and stuff like that. Let me show you something. I'm going to do a search on that other profile, Bill Benoist. I'll do a little search there. And here it is right there. Look at that, Bill B and no photo. Yet when I had it up on mine, I knew exactly, I could see my last name, I saw the photo, and this is what was happening with those individuals in the workshop. So let me go back to that account. I'm gonna have to sign off on this one and put that one in there. So I want to show you what actually is happening. Oops. Okay, here we go. And I'm back on that one. There's my full name, my picture. So what's going on? I'm going to click on this. And I'm in the edit mode now by just clicking on my photo. And you see I'm in the edit mode by this little pencil right here. This is where you need to be. This is what I want you to check on your LinkedIn profile, because hopefully you are completely fine. But again, I find a number of individuals during my coaching practice that had no idea that they had these settings turned on the way they did. So in the edit mode, go over here to edit public profile and URL. Click on this and then scroll down to public profile or profile photo, and you see that I have it checked for your connections only. Look, you want to have this checked for public. Why? Because you have 27 times more likely a recruiter is going to click on you if you have a photo. This is not Facebook. This is a professional networking platform. Okay, you want to open this up to your platform. You're just hurting yourself by keeping your photo turned on to only your connections out there. You want to have this available to those that are outside your network. So number one. The other thing is I'm going to go back to my profile right here. And what I want you to do is when you're back on the screen, go ahead and click on the little me icon up here. There's a drop down. I'm going to click on that. And I am going to go to Settings and Privacy. And you notice that there's a couple of tabs here. There's a Account tab. There's a Privacy tab. I'm just going to be on the Privacy tab. I'm going to scroll down. Who can see your last name? I click on this, and this is what that woman had. She had it checked the first name, last initial. Go ahead and open it up to your what I would say the world out there, to everyone, a public view. Go ahead and click on that. Now, while you're here, I'm going to have you check one other thing because this could be important. Go over to the account setting and take a look at your email addresses. Now, if I was back on my other one, and I'll show it to you in just a moment, that when I click on email addresses, I'm going to have 3 in there, one of which is primary. Make sure that your primary email address is set correctly. So let me show you, go back for a moment. I'm going to go back to LinkedIn, and I'm going to sign off on this one. I'm going to sign back into my normal account, the one that I use every day. Here it is. I'm going to go and do a search, and look at there. Now I have a photo. Oh, excuse me. Wrong one. That was my business. I'm out there in several different areas. There I am. So now you see I have the photo and I have my last name. So I want to show you, go back real quick, what I was talking about as far as the phone numbers. You can click on the little me icon again, and I'm going to go Settings and Privacy again, and this time I'm going to look at Account. And here you see that I have 3 email addresses. When I click on this, one of them, which is primary. This is the one that if you were to message me, I'm going to receive that message in my inbox right there. So if I was actually using, say, an older email address, one that I'm not really following anymore, I could still use it to sign into LinkedIn. But if you send me a message in that, it's never going to hit my inbox because I'm not looking at it. So good, another good thing to check as well is to make sure that you've got the right email address as set as primary. I've said this many, many times before. LinkedIn is extremely valuable for individuals that are in career transition, or they just find that career development is something of importance and of value to them. So make sure that you spend some time going through your settings on your LinkedIn profile.